deserve better. Chadwick has got to go.
What's up, everybody? Another beautiful day in Azeroth, and here's how to defeat heroic Stix Bunkjunker. Now, this fight is all about proper waste management and ball handling. All across the arena, boss will spawn garbage piles in various sizes, and one really big bomb that detonates and wipes the raid after 26 seconds. During rolling rubbish, several players will get an arrow above their head and shortly after start balling. If you roll over a player, they take damage and get stunned, so do with that information what you will. By rolling over and soaking up small garbage piles and adds, the ball will grow in size. First size, you can do small piles and adds. Second size, medium piles and crab bombs. And the last size, you can detonate the big bombas. And if the boss gets hit by a full-size ball, he takes an insane amount of damage. So you need to have one baller size up and get the big bomb, and one tank always gets ball, making it easy for tanks to always do that one. The rest of the ballers should focus on sucking up all the adds spawning around the room and sizing up with the garbage until you're max size, then slam into the boss. Any adds you roll over stay stuck to the ball until it breaks, which then causes them to take 100% more damage and all be stacked on boss. Rather than having DPS run around and chase them, you bring them with the ball. This includes the Scrapmaster adds that can't normally be moved. They just jump to player's location. However, their scrap rockets needs to be interrupted and Junkyard Hyenas stack a healing reduction disease, so be ready to cleanse this off your tanks. Now, while the ballers are balling, the rest of the raid needs to break out all the Territorial Bombshells by nuking them down to 75%. You really want to be fast with this, otherwise you risk balls accidentally rolling over them and wiping the raid. Because if you roll over them, they detonate and everyone in the raid gets a nasty stacking dot. We just had everyone swap to them as soon as they spawned. Yes, melee as well. Just get them to 75% and then they can be moved. Use knocks, grips, etc. to get them into boss fast and AoE them down. The faster you deal with them, the better, as balls can still detonate them when they're next to boss. Now, they need to die within 30 seconds or the raid goes boom. Now, you want to position boss and raid away from garbage piles before boss casts Incinerator. So as garbage is getting cleared out, move boss towards a garbage-free area. Because if you hit a garbage pile with Incinerator's circle, it starts to burn and turns into hot garbage, dealing damage to anyone in it. But the raid also permanently gets a stacking dot. Give a hoot, don't pollute. For tanks, boss casts Demolish, dealing high amount of nature and physical damage and increases damage taken by 100% for 50 seconds. And Meltdown, applying a nature dot, dealing insane nature damage over 3 seconds. So you really don't want to take the Meltdown if you've been demolished. But you also want to make sure the demolished tank is tanking when rolling rubbish goes out, so they get balled. Now Stix eventually becomes impatient and forces his mech into overdrive, reducing damage taken by 99%, flies around all over the place, dropping swirls, and ends up in a giant AoE circle. When this goes off, everyone gets knocked back and takes a ton of damage, then phase 1 repeats. But the boss now has 25% increased attack speed and spawn one more big bomb and burns more garbage piles. So the raid damage keeps amping up as the fight goes on, which means you will have to assign one baller on the fly to deal with the extra big bomb together with tank. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you want to help support my channel, check out my Patreon, Twitch, or YouTube membership. You can gain access to the Stankie Discord, shoutouts and videos, a hug virtually. Don't forget the usual stuff: like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It really helps me out. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next raid guide.